Hello my dear friends and welcome back to another video. So as you guys know, today's the beginning of Star Wars Celebration, and while we're all excited for Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is just a few hours away, we've got some updates from Anaheim. The Lucasfilm live action showcase panel was not live streamed, but it has brought some goodies with it. After an incredible opening with a live choir who chanted Duel of the Fates, the celebration stage was graced by Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen and the main cast of Obi-Wan Kenobi, but afterwards it was time for Andor. And oh boy, there's a lot to get through. First of all guys, they showed us a new logo for the series. The former one, which was used at Disney Investor Day of 2020, has now been abandoned in lieu of this marvelous, gritty, bold new one. I much prefer it to be honest, as it reflects the tone of the show much more accurately. Now we also learned quite a few details. First of all, Andor is not going to be 3 seasons, just 2, but it's a lot of Star Wars content with 12 episodes per season. And the second one is going to lead right into Rogue One, so season 1 spans 1 year plus flashbacks, and season 2 spans 4 years. Diego Luna also spoke about his character, the main character Cassian Andor, and teased that we're barely going to recognize him. This is not the same Andor we know and love. Just like he told the Vanity Fair article the other day, he's not mature yet, and today he revealed that the Andor we're going to see is particularly selfish. I also want to give a huge thanks and shout out to Star Wars Newsnet for these photos. Now the show will sway between the present day, 5 years before Rogue One, and flashbacks to Andor's childhood, when his homeworld of Fest was dismantled and taken over by the Empire. Now the final tidbit before we talk about the trailer is that just like the Kenobi series, Andor will have a 2-episode premiere on August the 31st. And once this information was out the way, we got an official teaser trailer. Now I must admit guys, this is probably going to be the most daring piece of Star Wars media of the Disney age. It's fundamentally different, new, fresh, with very few familiar aspects of Star Wars. I've seen some people say this didn't even feel like Star Wars. Well, I disagree. Even though it's different, it shows an incredible evolution, and there are some really important Easter eggs to break down too. But I like the way they've taken things in a new direction, especially with the Empire. There are new designs for Imperials, Rebels, droids, and even planets. Fresh concepts that are really in line with what George Lucas wanted for Star Wars, just like he did in the prequels, taking us to new worlds and giving us a new side to Star Wars. Now I will say the downside of this trailer is that it didn't reveal any new aliens, but we know they're going to be in the show, so let's be patient. Also guys, I should say that due to the various filming locations on Andor Season 1, this show is going to feel massive and show us how big the galaxy really is, something that was truly lacking in the Book of Boba Fett in my opinion. This feels Star Wars-y to me. We see so many different planets and they were filmed on location. There's lots to get through, so no more jibber jabber, let's get straight into it. So right off the bat, this is how you do a teaser trailer. So many trailers and teasers these days give everything away, but this one doesn't. They don't give away any of the plot, but you do get a good sense of the tone and the vibe of the series, and oh my goodness, is this going to be a thriller? Well, it is a spy thriller, so that is accurate, and it's going to translate to the small screen so well. Now right from the outset, what sent chills down my spine were the various tidbits from the soundtrack. There is clear inspiration from Fallen Order as well as Mando Season 2 with the throat singing. It just works so well in Star Wars. There's also a little bit of influence from Solo: A Star Wars Story, among others too. So in terms of what we see, the trailer begins with a time grappler smacking a town's bell. Now we're not told what planet this is, but the first half of the teaser shows us numerous worlds that are about to come under the fist of the Empire's rule. We see some awesome inspiration taken from Attack of the Clones and the evolution of the LAAT designs, which in my opinion look more like the Imperial dropship transports from The Force Unleashed, so that's a really awesome callback. We see Imperial army soldiers, and it looks like what they're going to explore is the Imperial military structure. Now let's talk about some major highlights, notably Coruscant. We finally see Coruscant in live action again for the first time since Rogue One. It was a flashback in that movie, but we're seeing it just like it was in Revenge of the Sith in this series. We also see Mon Mothma looking glorious in multiple scenes, multiple costume designs, and look at this, we see the Senate room. This is a dream come true for prequels fans, and it seems more and more likely that my scoop from last month is going to be true, that we are going to see the political side of Coruscant, notably Mas Amedda representing the Emperor. It's going to be a struggle for Mon Mothma and all of the rebels, and one character we see in the trailer is Stellan Skarsgård's character. His name is Luthen, and he is a rebel leader leader, kind of like Saw Gerrera, but probably from a faction that is much less aggressive. And the one moment in this trailer, the briefest of moments, is in this shot. We see Phase 2 clones. That means Temuera Morrison may have been involved in some way, whether that's to record dialogue or if they take off their helmets, then literally in the flesh. Just seeing live action clones again is super exciting. I can't think of anything better to take away from this trailer. And as I say guys, some of these worlds are insane. They look absolutely phenomenal. Now seeing the clones and Coruscant, Mon Mothma, I'm truly convinced, in spite of everything looking fresh and different in this trailer, that we're going to be getting some crazy fan service in the form of flashbacks, but also the way this show is going to overlap in some ways with the characters from Star Wars Rebels, and maybe even aspects of the Bad Batch Season 2, which as we know is going to have something of a time jump. I wasn't expecting the trailer to be this insane guys. This got me more invigorated about Star Wars than anything recently. Yes, I'm super hyped for Kenobi, but I've been saying for months, do not sleep on Andor, and I think this trailer shows you why. The individual roles of new characters are not really known yet. We do see Adria Arjona in this trailer and she's going to be a main character, but what she does, what her role is still unknown, and even in the Vanity Fair article, they only revealed so much. They were focused on Cassian Andor, the role that Mon Mothma is going to play, and of course, Stellan Skarsgård. But that's what I love about this. We've got a little taste, we're going in with a bit of knowledge of this period of the Imperial era, but I'm sure we're in for so many surprises. I'm so curious to hear what you guys think, so let me know in the comments down below. Seeing the civilians in this trailer contrasted with the quote fat and satisfied Imperials is really at the heart of this series. This idea of struggle, the small rebellion trying to face off against the Empire, and the various factions all having a combined goal against the Empire, but having different approaches to getting there. And while in Rogue One we see the kind of man that Andor is going to become, this is the show that shapes him. He's not there yet, he's still got tons of anger, tons of resentment, selfishness, and he's still got to go through a lot before becoming the hero of the rebellion that he dies as at the end of Rogue One. But as Diego Luna said at Star Wars Celebration today, he loves the fact that he can't be killed off in this series. It was so great to hear from him and all of the cast. So as I said guys, share your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember that I'm breaking both episodes down of Kenobi later, and I'll also be covering all of the rest of the news from Star Wars Celebration this weekend. Have an amazing rest of the day guys, let's look forward to Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm Star Wars Meg, may the Force be with you, always.